watching hair tutorials on this channel, make sure you smash that huge thumbs up just down below. Let's try and get this video to 40,000 likes. That would be literally amazing. And if you are new, don't forget to subscribe. The button is just down below. Come and join the dinosaur family. I'm gonna stop rambling now. There's a lot of hairstyles, no time to waste, so let's get into the video. So for the first hairstyle, what you want to do is take a chunk of hair from the front of your face and start braiding that into a reverse braid. You want to then repeat the same thing to the other side and pull the braids apart to make them more volumized. I'm then going to take those two braids to the back of my head and tie them together with a clear elastic tie. I'm then going to take a strand of hair just from the front of my face underneath the braid, and I'm going to tuck this under the braid and then loop it through the little hole, as you can see here. I'm now going to repeat the same thing to the other side, so I'm just popping the strand of hair underneath the braid and then looping it through over the top. I'm then going to take the two strands of hair and tie them together with a clear elastic tie, and this creates this really nice heart shape at the back of the head. In this next hairstyle, I'm going to take a strand of hair at the back of my head in the center and braid this all the way down. I'm then going to do the same to the strands on the right side of my head as well as the left side of my head. Once I've got 3 braids at the back, I'm just going to twirl them into little braids. This is going to make them look like tiny little roses at the back of my head. This hairstyle is so easy to do, but it's really effective and looks really pretty and like you've put loads and loads of effort into it. Next hairstyle, I'm just taking a strand of hair from each side of my head and tying this at the back. I'm then going to turn this into a mini bun just at the back of my head. I'm then taking a strand of hair just on the right hand side, and I'm going to braid this into a Dutch braid all the way down and kind of pull apart the strands of the hair to make it a little bit more fanned out. And this is the hairstyle finished. It's so effortless, but it looks really cute. This next hairstyle is kind of like a mohawk sort of hairstyle. So what you want to do is take a chunk of hair and pop this into a top bun. I'm then taking 2 strands of hair from each side of my face and tying this at the back and also creating this into a bun. And lastly, I'm creating one more bun towards the back of my head, and this is the hairstyle finished. It's quite funky, it's quite unusual, but it's really cool and easy to do. For the next hairstyle, I'm again taking 2 strands of hair from the front of my face. I'm then taking those braids to the back of my hair and kind of twisting them around each other and pinning them into place. Twisting the braids together is going to give it that really nice Greek-inspired effect, but it's a little bit different than the typical hairstyle because the braids are twisted together. For the next hairstyle, I'm taking a chunk of hair, kind of leaving a strand of hair towards the front, and I'm braiding that into a regular braid and fanning this out again. I'm then taking the rest of my hair and popping this into a high ponytail and just kind of wrapping the braid and the chunk of hair around the ponytail. This is really easy to do, but it's a really nice way to spice up a regular ponytail. This next hairstyle is a really easy way to recreate a fishtail braid effect without actually having to learn how to do it. So what you want to do is take 2 strands of hair from each side of the ponytail and just tie them off with a clear elastic tie in the middle. You just want to keep doing that step over and over again until you get to the bottom of your hair. And that is the finished look. It looks exactly like a fishtail braid. The next hairstyle involves you braiding the front section of your hair and incorporating strands from the top and bottom like you see I'm doing here. I'm braiding this all the way to the back of my head. I'm also taking a thin chunk of hair and braiding this and just wrapping this around the ponytail to conceal the hair tie. And this is the finished look. It's super bohemian and really quick to do. The next hairstyle may be a little bit tricky, but I'm going to show you guys how to create a 4D braid. So what you want to do is split your hair into 2 sections and take a chunk of hair from the right hand side and pop this onto the left. You then want to take another strand of hair from the right hand side and pop this underneath onto the other side. You then want to repeat the same step on the other side, so take a chunk of hair, flip it over onto the other side, and then take another strand of hair from the same side and flip it under this time. It looks kind of tricky, but once you get the technique down, it will become so much easier. It's literally the same steps over and over again. So as you can see, I'm just taking a strand of hair and popping this over onto the other side, then taking another strand of hair from the same side and popping this underneath. Just keep doing that over and over again and you'll have your 4D braid. hairstyle, I'm taking a chunk of hair from the front of my face once again, and I'm braiding this into a Dutch braid. I'm adding strands from each side, as you can see, so that the braid sits flat against the scalp, and I'm just doing that all the way to the back of my hair. Once I've finished that, I'm just going to tie it off and repeat the same thing to the other side. Once my braids are finished, I'm just going to twirl the rest of the hair into 2 little buns, and this is a really nice way to spice up the regular space bun trendy look whilst adding a bit of braiding in there too. For the next hairstyle, what you want to do is take a strand of hair from underneath just by your neck and start braiding this into a regular braid. You then want to pull it apart to make it a little bit more volumized and fluffy, and repeat the same thing to the other side. Once that's done, you want to flip the braid over and almost make it act as a headband and clip it into place. The 2 braids should meet at the top, and you can then conceal where the braid starts by taking 2 chunks of hair and pinning this towards the back of your head. The next hairstyle is a really nice way to get your hair out of your face while still having your hair down. So what you want to do is take 2 strands of hair and tie this off at the back. You then want to repeat this step around 5 times, and that is literally the hairstyle finished. It's so easy. And to transform this hairstyle, you can actually braid the rest of the hair into a fishtail braid. So I'm just splitting it into 2 sections and taking strands from each side and just adding it to the other side, as you can see here. You want to repeat this step all the way into the bottom of your hair and tie this off with a clear elastic tie. Hairstyle, I'm once again taking 2 strands of hair from the front of my face and tying this at the back. You then want to twirl your hair and do this step again, and then you can braid the rest of the hair into a fishtail braid. This hairstyle is super simple to do, and this hairstyle kind of looks like a hairstyle from Game of Thrones. Do you guys see it? I definitely do. And for the last hairstyle, what you want to do is flip your hair over and basically separate your hair into 2 sections into a middle part and start braiding your hair from the bottom up. This looks really tricky, and trust me, it kind of is, especially if you don't have a mirror, so it's going to take a few tries for you to get this right, but once you do, it's going to look so cool. Mine isn't perfect, and I'm sure you guys are going to do it so much better, but it's such a cool hairstyle. So those were all of my 15 heatless hairstyles. I really hope you guys like them and recreate them. If you do, make sure you tag me on my Twitter or Instagram at Roxauras. I would love to see your recreations. Also, let me know down in the comments which one of these hairstyles was your favorite. I love all of them, so I can't choose, but let me know down below which one you like the most. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you smash that huge thumbs up down below, and also subscribe if you haven't already. I would love to have you come and join the dinosaur family. P.S. I also have a vlog channel, so make sure you guys are subscribed to Roxauras Vlogs, because I am daily vlogging on there. So if you guys want to keep up with my daily vlogs, I'll leave my vlog channel up there. But that is all from me. I really hope you guys are having a wonderful day, and I'll see you very soon in my next video. Bye!